Then we'll get into the pistol round here. We'll have a look at the buys as they come through. A Molotov and a decoy for Karrigan. That was a key talking point there in the first map of their T-side pistol. Will it be utilized in the same way? Time will tell. And they've got 4 sets of Kevlar to go with it. Diffuse give a flush out in the HE, not the smoke. We'll see what he's got in mind, potentially trying to deny a lower plant here as Golden spots 4 towards the ramp.
He used it as a fake flash for ramp. It did kind of force him off, I suppose. JW is going to be forced out, and they're going to descend lower with a vengeance. All 4, make it 5 now, descending towards the low site. Bronze lost his life elsewhere, taking the initial duel. Golden, he's going to be forced out of windows just by bodies alone. There's just so many players, he's overwhelmed. Doesn't make it look like that. That's ridiculous from Golden. A 3rd frag. I did not see that one coming. Frozen and Woxic, they're going to do their best to pick up the pieces. One, another, this time found by Frozen. It is down to the 1v1 despite... Oh no, the doors, but the nade has actually saved him. Frozen was going to be forced into the fight by the doors closing. Instead, the nade from Flusher has made this 1v1 a little more awkward. My goodness, now he pit switches to the bomb and Flusher beheads him.
How much did he just destroy him there? The footsteps to actually deny the plant, and then the shoulder peek as well to bait out the shot, the perfect crispy headshot from the USB.
Shots.
Speaking of shots, yeah, this was fantastic. Golden on the 3rd here. I had no idea how he pulled this one off. Remember, on the first map, he was 8 and 17 on Inferno. He has not been having a good day, but he is certainly warmed up now. That was sick. Golden delivers on all fronts. The bomb is not planted. Here comes the shotgun from Brolan, a weapon he's been experimenting with on the CT side of Nuke. Haven't really seen him find a kill with, I'll be honest, but we'll see what he can make of it in round number 2 here up against a force by mousesports. We've got Deagles in armor, 1 scout, and already got the main control for Karrigan here.
Now, the last time we watched mousesports play on Nuke, they were throwing a deeper yard smoke that they were actually using to creep on through as well as get secret control. So let's see how that one plays on in here within this Fnatic matchup. But the force fight is going to be met with the shotgun, so it's found the opening, and JW will continue all the good news over in the Fnatic camp as Karrigan drops himself down and says, here, have a free one.
Freebies are always the best ones I find, and this looks to be a clean sweep. The grenade might be able to finish things off here, and it will. JW gets the touchdown, and it will be a 2-0 of a clean sweep in round number 2 here. Fnatic looking fantastic at this point. mousesports will have to take the full eco into round number 3. Nothing can really be purchased here, but they have got a relatively good spawn, I suppose. You could go for a Vendar with the bomb. That's pretty much your only option. That means you have to buy an HE and a smoke to even get through. I don't think they even have the money to justify that. So some Desert Eagles. Kevlar for Rops. Very common approach from him. Let's see what he can do.
An interesting stat on screen as well, that mousesports are leading in 4v5 conversions on this map. 40%, that's not a bad stat. Being able to convert nearly half of those disadvantages is testament to your abilities to create advantages for yourself through use of smart positioning and utility. At the moment, though, Rob Brolan's changing his mind. Not interested in that hut hold, as the duel outside isn't quite going to be one out. Karrigan, 2 body shots to Flusher.
Close, but no cigar. Chris J with a Glock, no armor situation. Oh, he has the Glock armor. He actually does enjoy that. We've asked him about that a few times, right? So when his teammates go down or they find a kill, he feels like there's a chance his Glock and armor will work out for him. They have pulled one back, and Flush is down to 6 HP as well. So Frozen, watching that squeaky door right now, they'll actually head towards ramp. Rops is there. Oh, the smoke. Will he push past it? Yeah, he will. He has to, really. His teammate was segregated and now swiped down as well. It's going to be Golden, picking up 2 kills and $1,200 for his efforts there. Towards Squeaky they go. Should be a matter of time before this round is concluded. Crims will do well to do some damage here. I don't think they'll see him coming out of the vents. The UMP should be able to finish this one off, and JW does so in a stylish manner. 3-0. There is a couple of players, but that's to be expected against these Deagles.
I might be the only one interested in this, but I want to see mousesports pick up a round or 2 in a row to force Fnatic down to a save round so we can see JW in the vent with the revolver.
So yeah, that's because we've talked about that ladder
accuracy, yeah.
So I can't say this is confirmed. I haven't looked at his stats myself. Maybe if you're a Counter-Strike nerd, you can let me know. Apparently, the R8, compared to other weapons, has around 60 to 80% accuracy on the ladder. So it means maps like Nuke in the vents, especially with that right click, that could be a very interesting proposition, but we need to get there first. That means Fnatic would have to lose a few rounds, and so far they're on a perfect run. 3-0 on their opponent's pick here on the CT side of Nuke, up against 5 AK-47s. Again, mousesports denying that Krieg.
Just with Brolan on that shotgun, I would love to see him have a P250 or something a little bit more potent as that sidearm right there.
I don't mind, yeah. Whenever I have an MP9 is going to shoot the bonus round, I always get a 5.7 just to kind of...
Just in case.
Just in case the range comes through. You're down towards lower, it's a deep 1-on-1. At least with the 5.7, you can still dink him a range and do something about it. So smokes towards outside. Much later than usual, but JW spots 1. Going to go down towards lower and patrol secret by the looks of things.
It's getting there fast.
Yeah, this is a very quick rotation. So they've spotted him at main now. They surely don't anticipate him here. He takes quite a lot of damage through the Molotov, but wants to get here quickly.
Good information right now that it's clear they don't need to have another rotation go down towards the lower site, so they can keep 2 players on the top site here to defend.
Nothing towards lower on either team. You can see that on the mini-map in the top left. The shotgun will have to deliver here. It's not good enough, though. Rops with the first, and it's the MP9s once again. Crim's doing a great job. Gets a double dink there. Frozen at 5 HP. Bomb goes down. 3 on 2. AWP in the M4 to retake here, and Golden has managed to get it towards Heaven. Flashbang from CT Spawn, normally very effective. In he goes. Golden finds the first, nails the second, not quite. It looks so good for the transfer. And now JW knows he's low, will drop down, but Rops will meet him.
Damn, that frag onto Carrigan was everything. Couldn't find it. We see mousesports find there first. You will not quite get the revolver, I imagine. There's plenty of cash on Flasher to equip JW a little better. But we will have another chance from the mousesports T side here to throw them into a downward spiral. Woxic's rocking the AWP on the T side, so interested to know whether that's a ramp or an outside situation.
JW does have a shotgun, mind you.
Ooh.
Got the Swag 7 out now, so the auto shotgun for Brolin will go away. The Mag 7 will come out in JW's hands, and he's going to be making it back over towards Hut as well. This time it's a faster yard smoke, and they're going to swing wide on it. So not waiting for the bloom to come on in, and that's going to cost Carrigan. He goes down to Brolin at range. Now they can follow up. Flusher with nades doing some good damage. Chris J continues to press forward, and he will find Flusher. So they've dealt with the man, the danger man.
Now they've got to deal with the boy.
Oh, what a boy he is as well. It's the M4A4 delivering once again. It will be a horrible scenario now for mousesports. Frozen, Voxic, about 100 HP between the two of them. Rops, though, still alive and kicking. We've talked about his AK for months now, especially on Nuke. Bit of a home map for him. Crims will fire off some shots from the huts. Could enable a wallbang potential, but JW with that Mag 7, it looks so perfect. Crims' jump towards hut, though, certainly not. An oversight there.
And that's not the perfect weapon for the job. He actually does well to make it a 1-for-1. Now a 2v2.
So they've killed 2 players on the bomb side floor here. You might assume it could be clear, and they're looking towards Heaven as well. So it's very well done so far from Fnatic, but not out of the woods just yet. Rops, as I said, a master of Nuke. 40 seconds to his name. Bomb down, though, in an awkward spot right on the side. Brolan with a very strong smoke as well. He's got utility in the form of incendiaries, HEs. Golden holding towards lobby for the flank from Hut. All Robs can really do is just walk to the bomb and hope for the best here.
Yeah, but with Brolin as a threat, exposed. Nice catch, and that's actually 4 for Brolin in that round. They added up nicely. He caught that first one, long range on the cross. Carrigan decided to go no smokes and take the fight yard. You don't have any like heavy criticisms for a play like that?
No, I see a lot of teams doing it. I think that it's a good way to catch off these CT sides off guard, right? Because if you see the standard close smoke and the molly's coming out, you're expecting the next 2 to follow, right? And then you're already potentially rotating down if you don't have an aggressive play.
Right.
If you're aggressive, it's great for Mouse because there's no smoke for you to hide behind. They get a free duel. And if you're rotating, it should be clear or you're caught running the other way. So didn't go that way for mousesports, and now they're forced down to yet another save round. Flusher aggressive again. This time Carrigan will find his man. For a short time, and he will have to drop on the P90. Okay, so JW really bringing out all of the weapons here today. We don't see this one ever really within Tier 1 Counter-Strike. The P90, it went out of fashion as quick as it was in. The gun was quickly nerfed down. You don't get as much in terms of reward for a kill with that SMG compared to the others.
But it still is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it reminds me of Stargate.
It does, yeah. I like the reference.
50 bullets is plenty. He's only got 45 now. He didn't choose to reload. But
if it had the $600 kill reward, I would say it would actually be a viable weapon. Like, it's even with the cost of it. Like, it's super effective. Like, it's a very good gun. But it's just with the $300 compared to the other SMGs and the fact it costs more, it just doesn't make sense. And there it is. JW has managed to get one of the back. Carrigan remains here. 3-on-1, just going to be patient. Waiting for those mistakes to come through, and there is a good chance of that happening, but JW will find his second. He only gets $600 for the kills on the P90 there total.
Oh!
What happened?
Somebody came down to pick up that rifle, dropped the other one towards him, so he didn't get the rifle he was going
again
for, and he got left with the P90.
I would say that's better.
Okay. Well,
I think JW may not have necessarily taken the rifle.
Now Flusher's got
Flusher's got the P90. You know what he's going to be able to do with that weapon, boys. Like, he is going to be doing unspeakable things with a P90. So this is the replay
Was it
here.
Flusher as well? No, Golden.
So he dropped this. We're going to pick up the rifle.
now we can't get it.
Ah!
Oh!
Hate to see it.
You don't love to see it.
In the last 3 months on Nuke, 3 Mouse players sit in the top 4 of 1vx clutches of top 10 teams. That's Rops, Chris J, and Voxic. I hope that was informative for you. It certainly was for me. As we take this US Air Force tactical timeout, Fnatic currently lead 5-1. They've got P90s in the mix, they've had shotguns, they've had knife kills in this series so far. It really is a classic Fnatic performance. We haven't seen an R8 as of yet, as they haven't had to really break the economy or the bank in any sense of the word. We all see mousesports approach with 5 AKs once again. We did see those Kriegs sneak on through once things got pretty grim on the T side of Inferno. Will it happen again here? Still early days as they drop the outside smokes. Plenty of them.
This is the 3-man wall we were talking about, and Carrigan got that nutmeg where he pushed around to ladder and killed 2 players towards yard. So let's see if they go for the secret play or if they want to push through the smokes.
Oh, that's ratty. That's so deliberate from Robs. He is going to get caught. Does take good damage into JW before he falls, though, so something that's positive. And here's the P90, round 2.
Oh.
JW's in a bit of hot water here. He's surely going to get caught through the smoke. He will. Damage inflicted.
Gets a dink somehow. So fair play. Did everything he could there. But the man advantage now for mousesports, looking for their second tier on Nuke. Like we said, very early days. Plenty of time to even still win the half as they go towards upper. Carrigan confirms that the upper side is actually clear at this point. In terms of CD presence, they have Golden towards lobby, but that's about it. The bomb will be planted safely as they Molotov towards heaven.
Fnatic's money's trash here. The question mark of going for this is huge. If they win this round and steal this away, then all the power to them. But Frozen's killing the flush right there. That might confirm it. The save call might come through. Now, as Golden creeps up the ladder, I think that will definitely be the case here. There's a lot of time left on the clock for the bomb to be defused, but their money, their finances, it's not in a position where they can really risk going for a 4-on-2 situation, the top side, when they don't have anybody in a scenario to strike.
He's found his hidey hole. Catch the main exit. Chris J, there's absolute zero chat. I say he was going to check it. Now he's looking for him. Oh, Golden. 2 players of Mouse sniffing around, but they will avoid the bomb. Golden will hold on to his M4. And there's no complaints, I'm sure, from either.
That's important. Just look at the money now. So Brolin can buy himself. Golden and Crims could drop a FAMAS each if they wanted to. Maybe a Scout could come out on the board and they can still have a buy right now. It just won't have much utility to go behind that if they do opt to drop. So you can see the weapons now being flung across. We need to work out how they're going to make up for this as the scoreline now sits at 5-2. Still in the favor of Fnatic here, but mousesports on the T side. Yesterday against Na'Vi, they actually picked up 10 T rounds. So right now, if they were to get 10 off the back of this after a, 3-0 start, that'd be pretty impressive right there. This is the deep wall once again. The change up with this set of smokes.
mousesports get their second. Is it enough for the third? Flush up. Chasing Carrigan now down towards Secret. Sits in that smoke, and this is a key jewel. Max 7 tucks itself in towards the garage. I think it's found a kill here. There it is, straight in the spine of Carrigan. It hurts. As Golden now, with the man advantage, drops one hell of a grenade there. He doesn't need to be too active towards ramp. They already have a 5-on-4 situation. It's so difficult to play this position. Letting them have it is absolutely fine. You want to delay them as long as possible with smokes, but eventually you have to give in. Crims, though, like this position behind the flames. They have to go lower, really. They don't really have much of a choice. And JW being baited in by this FAMAS. They'll think it's a low-powered weapon towards a window room. They'll be happy to cross. Now look at JW. He's got 3 kills here. There's the first.
Maybe the second. Half damage inflicted, finished off by Golden, who's contributed again from the lower doors position.
So when I said free, I meant free, not 3. 3.
3.
How do you spell that?
F-R-E-E. Just making sure that their attention was taken away from Golden so he could be set up for a couple of easy kills, I suppose would be better wording for it. Get right. Every time I see a P90 in a pro game in CSGO, I instantly become happier. That's the tweet.
That's good, Chris. Hey, Chris, we're assuming Chris is watching right now, so that's good that,
I love Chris.
He's getting a smile put on his face by the purchase of the P90.
Back in the day. He was fragging with it, wasn't he?
Yeah, back in the day for sure.
Chris, what are your thoughts on the auto sniper being the gun of 2020? A lot of people are saying it.
A lot of people?
I know you've been a fan of it in the past, rolling the years back a bit, but I know you're a big fan of the auto sniper. A lot of people are talking about it, and I want to know your thoughts. Send us another tweet.
mousesports have been giving us so many different looks with their outside smokes. Here's another one. You can see just towards main and a different wall, this time slightly closer towards main, and Robs wins this duel with Brolin. These two have been duking it out on Balcony on Inferno and Squeaky on Nuke. They just constantly find themselves clashing on both sides of the map. JW's secret arrival is perfectly timed. Carrigan caught mid-exploit. Now Flusha can focus his attention towards the top side, but Crims is doing all the heavy lifting. Back and forth, bomb loose, Frozen and Rops gonna have to do something magical, that is. He's pulled the rabbit out of the hat into a 2v2. Golden low, so is Crims. He has still found the frag, and Rops to clutch. Likely, possible, certainly.
It actually looks good for him. First kill should be his, no problem. Crims, though, always seems to find a way. 3 in total, that's the hat trick. 7-2 now. Their money was weak for a moment. They had Mag 7s, MP9s, 3 rifles, and still managed to win the round. Crims certainly is a beast on that upper bomb site, and it leads mousesports to the partial investment here. There he
Good to
comes.
see the 3 frags. I want to see this last one, actually, just because with low HP, he would have to have got an insta headshot here.
Well, this is it. Robs knew exactly where he is. He had the perfect crosshair placement. It bodes a question as to whether... There it is. So it will be Robs going down. And we'll see now mousesports with just the CZs and the Deagles. Flusha dropping the incendiary, but still runs around the corner of the MP9, looking for multiple kills here, but it's actually mousesport that will do it. JW and Flusha dropped, the iconic duo. And now the auto shotgun. Things actually decided to look like they'll fall apart. That's why the shotgun, not necessarily considered a top-tier weapon. Spray down comes through from Golden. Is it enough to win the round? It certainly is. Crims will save the day once again. The double spray down the AK-47 this time. Straight from heaven.
Oh, I thought that was Mouse's round then after all of those oopsies. I love the play from Flusha just to continue to condition them to never consider ramp red container to be a freebie. But yeah, charging around that corner, even through the incendiary to give them that sound cue that it would be all safe. And Crims' spray is the only thing that saves Fnatic. 2 rounds in a row saved by Crims. Mr. Johansson continuing to dominate.
We're doing that again, surnames only.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah,
I did enjoy that.
Mousesports, you'll have a lot of fun with mousesports, Alex, if you try it.
Yeah, that's true.
David, especially David Frozen, I can't even begin to pronounce his surname, so that will be fun.
Well, Rob's is easy.
Robin Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, on the ball.
Got on the ball now. Making his way through the lobby.
Anderson, that's nice.
Yeah. Anderson now.
Let's see if I can get all of them
De Jong's okay.
De Jong.
We can handle that. It's just Frozen and Voxic I think you might struggle with.
Well,
Yeah.
Frozen's looks like
Go on.
Sinansky.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you know with the accents.
It's all the accents that confuse. I don't even know where to begin with those. I think that's more of a cha.
That could be like a
It's a
Chernaski.
cha.
Woxix looks like Eka.
If you can send us a phonetical way of pronouncing that on Twitter, that'd be great. We'll give it a go.
Brolin's is easy.
What's he, Brolin?
Brolin's is Brolin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We can do that
Ludwig.
one. And I think my favorite of all of them is Golden, Mr. Magic. See what he can do. Michael Golden Salim Magic. Now we're going to be seeing push towards that top site.
No one's home.
Yeah, it looks
Nobody.
good.
What's going on?
This is a CT-sided retake setup. They are baffled just as we are here. Fnatic, they've opted for something else. And, well, Frozen's found Brolin. He's going to go down again early. He's been losing the duels to Rops.
You might be considering the save. Maybe not anymore. Flush, let's pull one back here. The money's just so weak on the CT side with the bomb already planted. Yeah, just get out of there. It's not worth it. You've already had a fantastic CT campaign here. You've gone for a different setup. Hasn't worked out for you. And sometimes that happens. You have to take risks on Nuke, I think. And same story for mousesports. Went for the straight upper play. Found nobody home. Very rare to find that. And, of course, Fnatic have to save. You'll just be throwing away weapons otherwise.
Yeah, they respect it. They respect that, you know, perhaps a gamble stack coming in or a read that he felt like Golden could make the call safely. Instead, we will see the third put on the board from mousesports. They head towards that top site, and absolutely nobody was interested in a fight. 4 versus 4 as the round comes in. Rare to see, but round 12 hopefully promising some more bloodshed. Timeout called, and Get Right has returned. He says, I've been waiting for someone smart as Henry G to bring up my baby, my little baby, the Scar 20.
So he is watching. Shout out to Chris.
He's even listening.
And yes, he's with me, the second member of the Auto Sniper, being the gun of 2020. He's the vice president of the club, and we'll be making our campaign speech later this week.
It's quite an exclusive club.
It is quite an exclusive club, and not many interest from other members
No,
currently, but
yet.
still, it's building slowly. Now we're 2 members behind it. We are Looking to take over.
I'll sign your charter if you're looking to found a new organization.
We'll do a petition first and see if we can get it through the House of Commons. We'll
Auto Sniper for 2020 gun
Make the Auto Sniper
year.
great again is what we're gonna, the tagline we're going with.
I'll see if I can get some hats made. For now, we are ready to jump into round 12. Second map, first series, and mousesports on the ropes. It is the T side of Nuke, though, and they'll probably be pretty damn satisfied if they can double this 3. Straight towards the top side again, perhaps not committing off the bat. They are! They're barreling in! This time there's resistance, though, and resistance in more than just one way. Brolin, JW, the nade could look good, but he's caught by Frozen swinging into the site. He's found both. Pressure valve released, but still a 2 versus 2. Fnatic, they're scrappy fighters. They always take one on the way out.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. The grenade was a nice little consolation prize towards the end there. Flusher is spraying through. Catches Carrigan there in the chest. The grenade might finish things off. Down to 23 now. So the advantage still sits in mousesports with a strong smoke towards main, but it might be a gap there. Looked like it might be too deep. With time will tell. Frozen. We'll see the incendiary coming in from main entrance here. So both Fnatic players positioned, ready with the flashbang. Here he comes, leading the charge. It's Frozen to deal with it. No problem at all. That should be the round here. Flusher surely out of options.
Yeah, I mean, he knows where one is, right? Frozen got the kill. The other option is, well, it's kind of expected. And he even hit him through the container. Does transfer. Flusher's hunting for Frozen, but he just doesn't have the time. He has the kit, but the round is going to be Frozen's. Flusher, intimidating as always, will preserve his rifle and survives to fight another day.
I just want to show you why Flusher was spamming towards the front of the bomb box. We didn't quite catch this. So Golden dropped a molly that lands towards the back of the bomb boxes. So knowing that the bomb couldn't be planted there, you're about to see Flusher from main try and spam through the smoke, knowing that Carrigan's options are very limited on where to plant. And that nade as well was also a guesstimation. So Flusher, he looks like a bit of a madman, but there's reason behind it.
Yeah, method behind the madness, it seems. Christopher Get Right Ilson is a former major champion, holds the second most MVP medal to his name of all time. I didn't know that.
Second to whom?
Device?
Yeah, I was going to say that must be the call.
Must be. Oh, you get it. You get your revolver ladder play. JW did just get himself down there, but Brolin and Rops, this constant battle for control. And, well, that's the end of the revolver story. Maybe Crims has got a 5-7 story he wants to tell instead.
What's happened here? Rops is just going through the smoke towards main entrance. They've given away 2 AKs now, but Chris J will at least brought one back.
Mad.
Waiting with the Desert Eagle here. An exciting half. Fnatic have won it, but still, mousesports with a firm lead here in round number 13.
If Golden goes searching as opposed... Okay, hold up a second. Chris J almost went down there. That was a nail-biting moment, but eventually Frozen will take Brolin and Golden in the lower side. This one's done.
Yeah, nothing they can do about this because 2 players just not there at all. One towards lobby, one at lower, bomb down. mousesports win the round. It was a labored effort, though. Crims is 5-7, certainly hindered their efforts. See Golden, if he can even get out of the vent at this point. Desert Eagle, just looking to see if he can catch anyone as they leave the bomb site here.
Did he see him? Oh, he did see him. Frozen gets Golden. Flusher will find the kill. Gonna do his very best here to make this expensive, but he will lose the AK, he will lose the armor and the diffuse kit, and what does he take forward?
Yeah, I was about to say, he actually had the kit. I think he was actually going for that. If he gets that kill, he probably runs in with the diffuse kit. And yeah, in terms of money, they get 2,400 into this round. So they will have enough. Flusher can still buy M4 and basic utility. Here's Frozen taking out the R8. No real problem at all there, to be honest. Not the ideal angle for the R8, I'd say. You want to just be in a really dirty position and either unload 6 bullets at close range or trying to pick them off and do damage at very long range outside, perhaps.
This round right here is the difference between a 9-6, sorry, a 10-5 half or a 9-6, potentially even a 8-7 for mousesports. So they 3 in a row and they open up again. Frozen with another one.
Carrigan's not caught yet, and through the smoke he connects. mousesports so many early advantages, and now this is just going from bad to worse. Golden desperately trying to push through the flames. He wants to punish Frozen. They're throwing everything at him. He does still find the frag, but oh lordy, is that a terrifying prospect.
Well, there goes the 3 versus 1 situation. Golden, they know exactly where he is. The bomb's down, they can molly the vents. This is going to be 8-6 at least, and in terms of loss bonus, like we said, they're going to get 2,900 into the next round. So money's at absolute 0 right now. Golden will not be surviving this. mousesports are going to ensure it. But the final round coming up, they can afford to throw at least a couple of players at him and make sure he doesn't take that AK into the next round. And down the vents they come. Oh, they've snuck past him as well. He has no idea.
He's made noise as well. So, Carrigan didn't hear him running away?
Guess all the shots going off and the bomb beeping as well. Might not have caught it.
Oh, Golden's going to survive this one here. He's off towards ramp. There's nobody to greet him over there. So he's done very well to hold on to this AK. But the problem is right now that 2,900 loss bonus won't grant them a bye here in the final round of the half. They are going to have to force behind this AK-47. I'm curious to see if we get the revolver coming out. This battle, Alex has been talking about it. It's been happening time and time again. Usually Brolin's up there or being close to that smoke. Crims has gone down this time, but Rob's got the better of both of those two names within the top side. So if one individual can walk on out and kill your two inside defenders, should be pretty simple. But JW, he's got other ideas, boys. The revolver's back out.
It's still the R8 era, as we're calling it, or as he's calling it, I suppose. We'll see the grenades towards outside, do substantial damage towards Frozen. And now this is where the revolver does make sense to me. A long range, but you're not taking quick duels, just trying to do a little bit of damage and tag them up. That's where it can actually have some impact here. But there's going to be Crims and Brolin working out a couple of kills here, but I don't think it's enough. And as Golden finds a big spray down here with JW.
Yeah, so JW draws the attention, and that's the spray down you were hoping for. Golden, he's got one more duel in Carrigan from the same direction, and Golden saves the day. A triple kill from the in-game leader. It was Mano El Mano. Carrigan El Golden puts it 9-6 at the half.
Let's talk. Look, ayo, we rose from the dust to the sun. They claiming that we the one, never one-on-one. Teamwork till we done. Sent on a mission, we got ambition. Never scared, we won't run. Never one and done. Some sit back and some like the hunt. I pick my teammates up when they fall. And if I ball, we all ball. Crashing balls, crossovers and all. Just call us the balls. Don't fear nothing, call us galore. Serving them all. We outside, we barely indoors because we gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back. This is the moment to go. This is the moment to shine. This is the moment to show. Show me the rocks you could climb. This is the moment to feel the path like you legally blind. I can promise this is ours cause we built for this, kill for this. Pushing buttons, do it quick, push it off and do assist. Oh, y'all think we new to this? Pound for pound, break it down. Watch what we gon' do with this. Teamwork got us fluid with. Make y'all look like sewages. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Gave it everything when we had nothing. Holding on by a thread, couldn't grab nothing. Seems we moved on to a better place. Shine away from the shade. But now that we're here, ain't no going back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to EPL Season 11. You're currently finding mousesports versus Fnatic here. It's the second map, and we currently find ourselves at a 9-6 scoreline in favor of the Swedes here. They managed to pick up Inferno in emphatic style and looking to close things out 2-0, but mousesports looking to build the wall in their CT campaign here. Unfortunately, Voxic 3-13. He will have to pull up his socks here, as we'll see them now entering into the arena against the deadly Swedes of Fnatic. And it looks like a fast approach as well, with Carrigan making his way towards the huts. Hasn't got an upgraded pistol. Two players by Squeaky Door, ready and waiting for a flash, I'd imagine.
Yeah, what is their go? That's the signal. Missed shots from Frozen, and Carrigan's completely flashed. His teammate Chris J, however, was not. Does stand his ground for the first frag. 2 versus 1. The fragging continuing. Thought there was going to be a break. Now Rops has to clutch it out for Mouse.
He wins these. Oh! Golden hits those. It will be double digits for Fnatic as Golden and Crim survive there. A lovely upper take there. You see how flash those players were on the bomb site? It's all about the skylights on Nuke. I don't think they utilize it enough still to this day, to be honest with you. But Fnatic show us how powerful they can be.
Yeah, just want to note for maybe viewers not too familiar with why would Rops push out of a smoke in that situation? Well, as soon as that bomb starts getting planted, he could potentially isolate a one-on-one duel. So he took a chance there. Doesn't always pan on out, but in a 2-on-1 situation, you have the disadvantage.
If he hits that one shot on the defending player, remember it's 3.5 seconds to plant the bomb there. So you're essentially in a 1 versus 1. If you nail that shot, sure, you've got a disadvantage. You have a greater chance of winning, generally speaking, as Chris J. Aggressive, of course, it's JW towards the Squeaky Door here. This could fall apart. They love to do this, going down in one-on-one duels in these anti-force buy rounds. It normally baffles me, I'll be honest.
Normally works as well, which is even more baffling. But this time around, they've been punished by those Deagles very, very early. And now to claw back into it with that scout in play in the hands of Woxic and Rob's up close. It feels like outside's closed for business already.
Yeah, Flusher wants to change things. He's making so much noise, and Crimson's the one holding the flank. So good work from them, and that missed shot from Woxic. I wonder how many ramifications that could have, because they're still so healthy. So bear that in mind. Would have been on to Crims. He had the bomb as well. Golden has been hiding in Squeaky. The trade doesn't come in. I'm surprised. He's got 2 though. He does get overwhelmed. Good information. 2 top site, 1 tagged is what's been conveyed from Golden's duel. And now with Flusher into the vents, 45. Crims outside still, making no secret of his descent. Carrigan was though. My goodness, he just charged down that ladder. Plenty of noise, and now Fnatic back into control of a round that looked like it was out.
Full control, Alex. You can see they've got full health here. A 2-on-2, Chris J's low, and they're on a 5-on-3. So they have pulled this back in spades. We are going to see Flush with the Mac 10 as well. That's going to be punishing for the low HP Chris J. A scout for Voxic as well. Is that the worst setup you could ask for in this sort of scenario?
No kits. They got a smoke. That's at least going to maybe force a fight if they get down there.
Yeah, but the thing is, you just know they haven't got kits at this point, right? So even if they do smoke the bomb, you're not panicking. You know they're just touching it. They're trying to make you uncomfortable. And we're getting to the point now they can't even defuse in the next 5 seconds or so.
That's the smoke, doesn't even land on the bomb, and that's the frag we were expecting. Chris J's low HP does meet the Mac 10 as prophesized. And the 11th is secured by Fnatic, turning it around, and credit again to be directed this time towards Crimson Flusher. It's Golden that's keeping up with them though, and I want to keep my eyes on his fragging, because if this is the difference maker in this Fnatic mousesports duel, we talked about his impact being, you know, a little hot, a little cold.
Yeah, he finished the first map with 7 kills. So it's certainly quite the turnaround.
He was also, when we highlighted the stats from Stage 2, only in the bottom 5 performers thus far. So for him to be having a big game right now against a big opponent, the one who is undefeated so far within Stage 2, he is definitely stepping on up.
Mr. David, or as he's else known, Alex, as Mr. Chadansky, has held a 1.39 rating across 5 maps played on Nuke. He is excellent on all maps, I would say. Has had consistency issues in the past, but I feel like those are starting to flatten out now. We're not seeing so many. Most of the time, he's a real solid player on the server, getting the job done, and he certainly has done an EPL so far. But right now, finding himself on the ropes there. Already a map down. 11-6 comes through, a full eco, and some saved Deagles from Rops here. That's actually invested with the Deagle. He actually went for the 1,700 investment, so his teammates have a bit more cash than him.
He's been doing this quite a bit. He did it on Inferno as well.
Chris J's got the USB Kevlar. Same story. Chad actually asked him directly as to why they do that. He just feels like he can maybe pick up a gun if they find success. That's pretty much it. And we'll pick up one of their upgraded weapons. So he doesn't expend the 500 on a CZ. He does 650 on Kevlar and hope one of his teammates dies or they find a kill and he can get a weapon then.
Yeah, certainly makes sense. A way to make something out of nothing. And well, for now, the CZ is on the cold streets Unfortunate. What the hell? JW saved by Golden.
They look like they're on polar opposite sides of the map, right? Those two MAC-10s just then. One in the lower bomb site towards the vent and JW and Squeaky Door. But they're both having the same goal. It's cutting off the lower rotation through the vent position. So you're getting down there. You're making sure that the CTs don't have free room of movement. JW up the top site. As soon as Brolin spotted, oh, well, we need to get the quickest point of access. That's usually top site down the vent. Well, he was there ready and waiting and picks up 2 big kills, but there we go. Rops with the upgraded Deagle and armor is able to lop off his head and leaving them in a 4-on-2 situation, but Brolin continuing to push forward. Eventually, if he goes back towards lobby, he should find Chris J.
They're so disconnected. That bomb plant would be a very big way to secure the round, and I think that's exactly what Golden's thinking too. Flusher sweeping through lobby. He could very well get caught out by this Chris J corner. Will Flusher do the deep sweep?
Of course he will. It's Flusher. He manages to find the kill. Rops will be left with the Desert Eagle. Remember, he invested in armor as well. He might actually want to save this, considering their situation in general.
Maybe get a rifle. Whoop, no chance. He gets a rifle firing at him. At least that's something. 12-6. And Crims will secure the final frag. The Fnatic, they've come into this half exactly how they needed to, win the pistol and convert.
Well, this is the business round right here, though. If they take this gun round, well, they've set themselves up to win the map and the series 2-0. What's going to happen right now? If mousesports lose this, they'll go into the following with 3,400 loss bonus. And assuming they don't save any weapons, that's not enough to get a CT side to buy with defuse kits, utility, and the primary weapons. And you can see right here, they're going into the first gun round without any kits. So this is do or die. If we get into a post-plant situation, keep your eyes on the clock. It's out top they go. Golden leading with the MAC-10, drops down the vent.
Did he take the bomb? No, Crims has that still. So lower presence at least.
It's a massive move to make, though. If you get someone down towards lower, it just makes everything so much more stressful on the CT side, knowing you've actually got to go reclaim territory. Do you know the bomb's down there? They've actually got 2 players down towards lower at this point. So JW in the vents, Golden patrolling lower itself. They have to go ramp, but Rops is in a horrible spot.
Yeah.
What does he want to defend at this stage?
Oh, he can't even drop lower now. He has to stay and fight.
He does, you're right, and he out for a fight for his life. Brolan will take him down. It's a 5 versus 4. Perfectly orchestrated approach here from Fnatic here. That one Molotov, where Rops had already been disrupted down towards lower, so that's one exit point locked off, and now the ramp's been disallowed as well. That's a nightmare. Perfectly done from Fnatic. What a round that is. 5 players should survive it. You're not even considering this one of your mousesports. Is that true? I'm not 100% yet.
They shouldn't be going for it, right? Based off the fact they only get 3,400 in the next round and they haven't been competitive. I also painted the picture of no defuse kit. So with the bomb already down and nobody in a position to find any frags, saving is the only option. But here's the problem. The MAC-10 in the hands of JW, the economy on the side of the T's, with this bomb going off, they're going to get even more money. So they can start hunting. They can try and take these rifles away.
Frozen's stance there is so passive. He knows the importance of maintaining this rifle, and so will just hold the most passive line of all. No one's going to be taken down. Is there a chance that we can see that one again?
I can bring it up on Skybox here that we can show the Molotov situation.
Just because that Molotov sealed Rops' fate. He really did have no other options.
Okay, so here it is. They're set up over towards ramp. The Molotov just bounced off that back wall, so it bounced off here. So now it's landed on the ramp. Normally a ramp holder will spot and fall. Right now, he can't fall. So let's play it out. They fight towards ladder base, knowing Rops is stuck, and Golden is lower. So now he's pinned between a rock and a hard place. He gets taken down, and ramp is completely Fnatic.
He was already about like 75 HP, so running through the flames just wasn't an option for him, so he had to stay and fight. It was just an absolute nightmare, but very well done from Fnatic here. But the good call from mousesports was made. Save the weaponry. Make sure you're competitive going forward. This map is not over yet. It's a CT side,
they did it again
and it's
to
the
them.
helmets that are lacking here, and we'll see the M4s chime through. Flusher and JW bring it to a 3 versus 4 in their favor. Chris J on top of the hub for now. Rops will join him in the upper bomb site. Towards lower, no one on the CT side. Vox is outside.
Brutal.
So now dropping down the vent, I think that's Chris J.
He can't really afford to fight. He does want to find the equalizer, of course, but extending like that can get punished. Woxic, he's brought down to 15 HP.
Not ideal.
And Brolin, he wants to continue this fight. He may not be expecting to see Woxic have disappeared straight back in towards the window room. 50 seconds. Crim's going back topside suggests maybe he's going to like Molly Hut. Smoke Heaven, perhaps? No?
Yeah, potentially even vents to lower on this type of a play, just because it's so last minute and they don't exactly know where the CTs are. They could pull a rotation.
They're going to flash towards the CT vent here. Rops will be face checked, and Golden will plant the bomb. Face wrecked, perhaps, as we'll see Chris J and Voxic have to save their M4s and Orc here. That's the end of the round, and 14-6 on the board. Fnatic are making a compelling case to suggest they can actually 2-0 this one.
You know what's really difficult here? Because after this, assuming Fnatic 2-0, we're going to get a post-game interview, and we're going to have them here, and we're going to have to ask them some questions. Now, this has been very clean, so I don't have too many questions to ask them in why this was so clean. All my questions are going to be, hey, what happened yesterday against OG, and why didn't we see as many knife kills today? That's probably going to be about it.
Have we had an R8 kill today? We haven't. We've had 2 appearances, but no kills yet. No, I don't think even a tag. So that's a big question as well. A lot of people wondering.
Yeah, the people out there, they're keeping the numbers, they're checking the stats, they're making sure it's...
Yeah, it's all on the tip of our tongues. We'll see what happens in the next round here. They do save the 2 rifles on the CZ side. Have a look at the replay here from Flasher. I'm sure there's something ridiculous that's occurring here. Look at the flashbang he throws before he drops down. It's so sick. It doesn't flash his opponent, but it certainly does look cool. His movement mechanics are top tier.
Yeah, there's very few that understand all the nuances of Counter-Strike more than Mr. Flusha. And him alongside with his squad are all fragging. 13 lowest, 19 highest. There's only 5 frags separating all of the individuals of Fnatic, and when they're all on, you can see just how deadly it looks. Woxic, he's been very silent here on Nuke, and we heard Makaleli actually of Godsent in stage 1 talking about his woes of trying to hold it with the AWP, especially against those top tier teams. Well, what feels like Woxic's feeling the same kind of pressure on that CT side AWPing duty. 4v4 as the dust settles. Bronnon lost his duel, so did Frozen. And JW's just opened up ramp. That was a straight duel with Rops again. Yeah, that was just one-on-one.
Yeah, Rob's having a rough time. Has got 17 kills, but the last few rounds he's been taken at the ramp position. Voxic's still 5 and 16 just to know, and he's got the AWP.
Mouse have no idea what to do. They can't even find a chance to fight. They're not even able to put themselves in a position to get any kills. Woxy will get one. He's going to have an individual coming up the ladder that he won't be expecting.
Oh, JW doesn't react to it straight away. So towards lower potentially now. And in terms of lower presence, it's Karrigan alone with no utility. So still a chance mousesports to pick this one up for sure. But they are spread thin. Golden can smoke towards a window or lower. You can see Voxic, this is not a place you want to be with the AWP. Bomb side floor, so many angles, no one really working with you. Chris J outside, I believe, towards Secret. So all Karrigan can do when they go to plant the bomb, he can swing these double doors open. There's a default plant spot in the corner where Golden's going for here, so he'll swing the door open, go for the best shot he can, but unfortunately, unless he nails it, doesn't mean too much. Vox will come down the vents, makes a lot of noise in doing so. Bomb goes down, Chris J with a smoke there. There might have been a kill without it, but now a 3-on-2, and they're fighting for series point here.
So all on the line for Chris and Woxic. They need somebody to just go above and beyond, but that's perfectly calculated by Golden. He's playing such a good game of Counter-Strike right now.
For someone that had 7 kills on the first map and looked like they were shrinking, they were struggling, he's sat at the very tippity top now on 21 and 6 on the T side of Nuke, no less, and a 15-6 lead. JW has, these are the stats I've been looking for. JW has 11 total R8 revolver frags in his career. We will keep the track updated for our EPL. Keep it going every minute. Let's make sure we get an update.
We need a website.
As much as we can.
We'll remove F5 constantly.
The players alive graphic, we'll remove it and just have the R8.
The R8 count.
Yeah. Exactly. That would be more appropriate, I think.
And
more helpful.
Yeah, more information, of course. Valuable information, that is.
So, final round potentially. Money's actually not too bad, all things considered, after saving 4 weapons.
Yeah.
They're actually got a fighting chance here of winning a few more rounds, to say the very least. But you'd like it to end now, considering it seems like it's done. 9 in a row from what we've seen from mousesports on Nuke so far, and the first map, admittedly, not quite the showing. Missing, like, when Voxer goes missing in this sort of manner, that's when you notice it. Like, he normally is their superstar AWPer, right? He's in that conversation for a top 5 player right now.
Yeah, there's a big disparity, obviously, between Frozen and Rops' kills of 17 apiece, and the rest of the team, no one yet to crack double digits, so that is a bit of a problem, and the CT side is all about fragging. We spoke about that.
Could there be just an element of them not actually going outside? Like, Woxic's been on the rotate with that AWP and finding himself in transition and having a lot of awkward duels due to the choices that Fnatic have made, as well as his own performance.
Jump throw here from Golden. I like the look of this one. I assume this lands a window room outside. I could be.
There's a smoke. Yeah, he's got a smoke in hand.
Oh, it's a right clicker. Where the hell does that go?
Oh,
it's the one
the tight corner.
It's like the NIP smoke behind, so it lands and blocks the view for someone by the yellow scaffolding up there. That's kind of wild from both teams here. Robs actually finds some luck here towards ramp room.
Chris J will take him down. So Crims's clutch is impossible and confirmed by Woxic.
So just so I'm 100% sure, that lands like by the upper rafters, the smoke leaks through to the other side.
Yeah.
So it's from the T side there. It means you have a gray screen if you're directly above the hut, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so the way that NIP threw it was more into the wall,
Yes,
right? And that would
yes.
force them back. This one here felt like it was a little bit wider. So golden smoke there, if they were to go top, would force a player off that beam. We obviously have the,
Yes,
the Molotovs coming in.
It's the beam directly above the hut itself by the yellow fencing where you have a really like kind of tight angle. It's really awkward to flush you out. It means you have no vision there. So sure, you could sit in the smoke, but it means it eradicates that risk. They don't have to worry about it as much upon arrival.
Yeah, and if you are, your grey screen walking out of it, you know, moonwalking out of it. Typical outside smokes coming in, and we are going to be seeing them bloom successfully. No gaps for Woxic to exploit this time, so he'll be throwing some speculative shots, but nothing particularly concrete.
Yeah, he wants to fire one more before he makes his way down towards lower. I like the boost here. Brolan normally finding the opening picks for Fnatic with that Krieg. Smokes go down now, but there's players already towards lower. That's only just one, though. Brolan will be down there. Golden not far behind, and Chris J needs a kill here. 9 and 16 to his name, but the flashbang might be coming. Brolan thinks better of it. Holds a more defensive line. Up against the AK, that's the correct choice.
Yeah, he's not necessarily needed yet. The component of him comes into play when there's blood drawn elsewhere. You can see that there is absolutely no rush for Fnatic. 60 seconds, and now with Golden descending, Chris J's going to get a little apprehensive. He wants information, and Brolan's patience is rewarded.
He takes a lot of damage, but that's a very, very big frag. That was the only CT presence towards lower. Chris J removed. Where does the rotation begin? Rops normally found towards the ramp room with no utility. He's actually in heaven this time.
Just giving up ramp room. It's a scary part of the map to concede. And you'll see the Fnatic, they're going to acquire it, but they'll do so loudly. You'll hear the flashes, you'll know there's presence.
Well, they have to go lower, presumably, at this stage. With 22 seconds, the rotation come through from the CT side here. They still have utility. And it's going to be JW nailing that first shot. Woxic gets destroyed. Brain splattered against the wall there. Could go on for the second. Rops will take him. Gives a valuable information, at least, though, and Crims is ready to
7 seconds.
capitalize upon it. Oh, they denied the plant? No, they haven't.
It's close. Golden planting safe, though, and now Carrigan trying desperately to get an 8th round on the board for mousesports. There's 3 opponents to find, and presenting his head. Golden not dead, but tagged. Brolan expecting to find Frozen here as he jiggles his way in, and a neat and tidy second for the Swede. Should very well make this a confirmed 2-0 victory. It was compulsory for Fnatic. They needed that, and they take the scalp. Finally, Mouse find their first loss of stage 2.